Well, cries for police reform have been shouted across the country for over a year since the death of George Floyd last May. States have passed over 140 bills to change policing in Minnesota. Even now, lawmakers have banned chokeholds and outlawed no-knock warrants. And just last week, after the death of Daunte Wright, the Minnesota House introduced a new bill that would change policing policies going forward. Lawmakers are also considering a bill that would prevent officers from stopping drivers for certain vehicle violations like a taillight out or expired tabs, which some say disproportionately affects people of color. And even on a local level, policing has changed in response to calls for reform. ABC 6 News reporter Rachel Mills shows us what's changed and what activists are still asking for.
Policing in southern Minnesota looks very different than policing in Hennepin County, but the state is asking all police departments to make the same changes, like the new deadly force guidelines that went into effect on March 1st.
Now we have to be able to articulate with specifics what makes us believe that death or great bodily harm is going to happen if we don't intervene with use of deadly force.
Freeborn County Sheriff Freitag says they've also implemented new crisis intervention training.
Crisis intervention training gives us just more knowledge to recognize that someone is in a crisis and how to possibly communicate with that person a little bit more effectively and what to do.
These new policies have come to Olmsted County too, but Sheriff Kevin Torgerson says he wishes lawmakers would listen to law enforcement's feedback.
I wish we could be more at the conversation table, and they're not letting us do that, and that's really disappointing. Being their representatives of all of us, why are they not listening to us?
The Rochester Police Department has made several of its own changes, they say, to improve transparency and accountability. Despite any changes made to policing in the last year, some activists and black community leaders say it's just the beginning.
We have a lot of work. So what our Rochester Police Department are doing, it's a great start, but it's maybe not a great start. It's a start. But a lot needs to be done. And so, I want us to focus on the work that we need to do versus look at all the things that we're doing.
WALE ELEGBEDE, the president of the Rochester chapter of the NAACP, says he's looking for transparency and mutual trust, which both take time. In Rochester, Rachel Mills, ABC 6 News.